And Mark Evans and the Pico did a pretty good job of getting on a roll, but not without the best competition so far today. Look at Carpenter in the inside there, jumping out to a big lead. Mike Weber driving that boat to a terrific start.
Mike Weber made a fabulous start. He's done a great job of driving this boat all year. The engine program stepped up over the winter. The horsepower is better. The ride is better than the whole Jones team, having a much better 1998. And Mike Weber, a big part of that improvement.
But Mark Evans was not about to let him go. He had a win so far. He's looking for another one, and look at him come up here on the outside as they approach the bridge around the second turn for the first time in these 3 laps.
That's a great shot right there. These are very long straightaways. The race course is a little bit narrow, which makes the straightaways longer. We're seeing very high shoot speeds here, and these two are side by side right around that 200-mile-per-hour mark.
Again, the difference in the qualifying speeds for these two boats: Carpenter at 148.449, Pico at 147.951. In other words, less than a half a mile an hour difference between them. You'd figure on a good race, and boy, this really was one.
And the fans who make the trip here to Madison, as thousands do for this race every year, get one of the closest looks at the big boats of anywhere on the circuit.
As they came into the turn, Mark Evans moved up, Mike Weber keeping it tight and just a little loose there as far as contact with the water, holding to the inside, keeping the buoys well, and making Mark Evans really work to catch him.
Mike Weber doing a good straight-up job of driving, not trying to push the blue boat around at all. And here's Steve David once again laboring a bit in the engine room and running back in third place. But look at the leaders. What a great race.
Just phenomenally close as they go into the turn once again. And then Pico stepping on it, but the longer way to go. And look at how Mike Weber took advantage of being on the inside around the turn. But now watch Pico step on it. And then watch Mike Weber respond. It was back and forth each time around, every straightaway, every turn.
Once again, John, they're scraping off some speed in the turn coming out of that corner at around 150 to 160. At this point right here, they are closer to 200 miles per hour, and you can see how light the boats get now as the Pico moves into the lead.
Coming down to the finish, finally Mark Evans was able to get it done. He was the Heat 2B winner. And that's got to be a really good feeling for the whole crew there. A nice job by Mike Weber, just didn't quite have it all the way through, so he got second for the Carpenter Communications team. And Stephen David, frustration in the Freddy's Club Prime Star, but still it's good to see them racing at all. They can go from there.